Al, we have made it to the month of April. Can you
We
believe it?
have. It's crazy.
And now we got to talk about some vibes. Vibe check time.
Vibe check.
Because the game we're talking about today has to deal with vibes.
And feelings, which are vibes.
Vibes.
Heck yeah.
So yes, hello, welcome to this week's episode of the Season Anime Checkup OVA. It's a podcast where we have conversations about video games, anime, and manga. Hello, I'm Jared, joined as always by Doc, Al, and Lady.
Hello.
This is episode 483.
Wow.
And we're going to talk about Super Princess Peach.
I have a lot to say about this.
What? No. I can't imagine.
You played it for the first time.
Yes.
Yay.
Played it for the first time recently. You know, just in time for the game's 20th anniversary. As you do.
It's turned to dust.
That's what's going to happen to us.
Man.
So yes, this is a game that Al has mentioned on the pod quite a few times and always been like, hey, this game's good. And I was like, well, I don't have really a means to play it, so... But now I had a means to play it, and I played through it.
Yay.
So now we can talk about it. Yeah, this game originally came out in Asia in 2005 in the fall, and then came out elsewhere in 2006 in the first half of the year. Made by developer Tosei, who you might be wondering, what has Tosei also made? Well, apparently they've done a lot of porting, a lot of co-developing on stuff. They had a big working relationship with Bandai and Namco in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's, extended on all the way up through today. Like, they made a lot of Dragon Ball games for the NES, the Super Nintendo, those consoles.
Mm-hmm.
You may have heard of them.
Once or twice.
Just a little bit. What else did they do here? They did, they helped port and, I guess, do the code development for, the Final Fantasy IV port to PlayStation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so they did some Square stuff as well. They did some of these Game & Watch galleries. They co-developed those. Nahone. They co-developed Metal Gear Ghost Babel, a game that'll be coming out later this year as well.
Oh.
You may have heard of it. They did some work on Resident Evil 0 for the GameCube.
Ooh, neat.
Another game you might have heard of. They did a Super Princess Peach game. You may have heard of it.
Yeah, I've heard of that one, I think.
Well, of course, they also did work on the DS versions of SmackDown vs. Raw 2009-2010. Very important games. They worked on Okami, apparently, as well.
Well, that's a good game.
It's a game you might have heard.
Mm-hmm.
They did co-development on a game called World of Final Fantasy.
Oh, I've heard of that.
You have heard of that. They did work on some game called the Famicom Detective Club.
Oh, I've heard of that too.
I think the remakes specifically, or...
Yeah, that makes sense.
Some form of them, at least. They also co-developed a game called Crisis Core Final Fantasy VII Reunion.
Ah, me Gungaga.
And apparently also did work on a game called Love Live Nijigasaki High School Idol Club Tokimeki Run Runs for the Android and iOS.
Oh!
Crossover.
Crossover.
There you go. And then just recently they did support for the Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D remake, and they did help on the Tales of Graces F remaster.
Oh, I see.
So yeah, they're still doing stuff. They're out there. They're still cranking stuff out. Mostly, like I said, just like they'll do co-development and helping out other studios, but this was a game they made by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
Starring one Princess Peach.
Princess Peach.
This is the 50th best-selling Nintendo DS game of all time.
Oh, okay.
selling 1.7 million copies. Right in between, of course, Mario and Luigi Partners in Time and Dragon Quest V.
Oh.
You know. Just above Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days. So yeah, this is an interesting video game because honestly, I think if you would have told me the real selling point about this game is not that, the emotions or you get to play as Peach and everything or Vibe Island, which is a great name.
Mm-hmm.
This is basically the real sequel to Super Mario World.
I didn't think about that.
Because, like, all the enemies are basically just the Mario World enemies.
Is that what I should have said to get you to play it?
Yes.
Dang it.
That would have been like, wait a minute.
Dang it.
Wait a minute.
Ah.
Yeah, it's like all the Mario World enemies are just in here, just hanging out, and you fight them. I was like, wait a minute. This is basically just the Super Mario World sequel we all were wanting that wasn't named Yoshi's Island.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Although Yoshi's Island, I don't know, it doesn't feel like a sequel.
Well, it's because they only slapped that label on the like North American versions.
Correct.
This is the first Peach game to be where she's the protagonist since Princess Toadstool's Castle Run for the Nelsonic Game Watch.
Oh, wow.
Which came out in 1990.
Mm-hmm.
Where is Mario? Tell me about your video games.
It's much better than the game that came out, a year or two ago?
Yes, to be fair, that's not that difficult.
Not hard.
No.
That game was bad.
That game was bad.
And very disappointing.
I believe this is technically like the first 2D Mario game they had, new original Mario game, 2D Mario game they had done since like Yoshi's Island.
Wow. That makes sense.
I believe that's the case.
Because they did a lot of
like
3Ds and a lot of like RPGs and stuff.
That
makes sense. And this was before the
New Super Mario
series.
Brothers is the following year. So yeah, this is, I guess technically if you want to count it as that, it is basically the next one after Yoshi's Island. So
wow.
But it does also feature Toadsworth's in here. So the Sunshine canons in this game are just like characters they have introduced since, the 3D games and all that sort of stuff. They're making their way in here. But yeah, this is like I said, it's a very interesting game. Way ahead of its time.
Oh yeah,
way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time.
2005 or what did it say? 2006 people did not. I mean, to be fair, 2006 in video games, very interesting time, of course. But yeah, this was a game that I don't think a lot of people would have super understood or really got in the way
appreciated?
Yeah, that's probably the word I should be looking for. Really appreciated in the way that they would nowadays.
That's what made me so mad about all the reviews of the game that came out a couple years ago. Is there was this is better than Super Princess Peach. That one was a bad one. She deserves something better than that. I'm like, did y'all play it? Because that game rules. It's super good.
Yeah, the game
I don't think they played it. Or they just, again, like you said, didn't appreciate it at the time.
Or just remembered it was kind of controversial at the time. So
yeah, that's probably it.
It has a 75% on Metacritic out of 48 reviews. Which, probably better than what you might expect and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of the reviews are it's too easy. You can't die as much, which I guess at the time, when you think of 2D platformers, it was live-based gameplay. Which this doesn't really have.
Right.
This is way more of a modern platformer than anything was coming out at the time.
Right.
And then also, people were, I guess, really curious about what Nintendo was trying to do with this game in
Mm-hmm.
terms of like, do they think it's sexist, or is it just like, having an emotional system? What are they trying to say about women here? I guess the IGN copy that Nintendo sent them came in a box scented with perfume, which that sounds like something Nintendo of America would do in 2006,
Yeah, sure
because
does.
they did some really weird in the 2000s and even up into the 2010s as well.
Yep.
Um, yeah, again, it's just it's a game that like you said, I don't think people really could appreciate at the time, but like, playing it in 2026, it's like, oh wow, this is just like a modern platformer
Mm-hmm.
that was made 20 years ago. Like, I think the emotion system is very interesting. Like, I don't think it's necessarily saying like, oh my god, women be emotional, am I right, guys?
No, and
Leon S.
I
Kennedy voice, women.
women. And I've gone on record multiple times saying that I think that it's actually really a powerful system because like women do get maligned for having emotions and being emotional and like think that that's a weakness. But in this game, it's actually like her strength and her power comes through harnessing her emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is actually extremely feminist and not sexist at all. Like, I think that it's way more powerful to do something like this than to just like make somebody a girl boss.
Yeah.
Like what they did with Peach in the movie, which I don't even know what's gonna happen with the Galaxy movie, but
Oh, the
what
reviews are very interesting for that movie.
are they?
Boy, howdy.
Oh no, you'll have to tell me later. But they just made her into like tough gal Peach, and I can do anything by myself, and I don't have any kind of personality other than just being tough. Um, and it sucks. I hate that. Like, I hate that that's like what people think of like that's what you have to be like a good woman in media now. It's like, nah. Like, this game literally takes things that like people say are bad, and it's like this is what's good about her, and she's able to save the day by using her womanly ways, essentially. But also like, I don't know, call me crazy, but I don't think emotions are a bad thing.
No.
Mm. Anyway, it's always made me really mad about this game that people are like, it's sexist because emotions and blah, 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 blah. It's like, nah, shut up. You're sexist because you're thinking it.
But
Take
yeah,
that, you
the
chud.
the emotions basically give you different abilities that you can use for fighting enemies or doing puzzles in the games and the levels and all that sort of stuff. Like, you have just your one where you're just kind of chilling. You have
Mm-hmm.
angry, you have sad,
Angry.
and then you have super happy, which will heal you. But all of
Mm-hmm.
that costs like, you have like essentially kind of like an MP meter that will use up your emotions. Or when you use your emotions, they'll drain that meter and everything. So you don't like have unlimited ability to use them or anything. Like, the green one will heal you, but you
Mm-hmm.
have to have meter to be able to do that essentially. So
Right.
it's not like you're going to be able to just like
Infinitely heal
infinitely
yourself.
heal yourself and all that sort of stuff. But again, like we said earlier, like this doesn't have the concept of lives or anything. So like if you die, you just get bounced out of the level and you go back in and try it again. And like,
Mm-hmm.
great, I like that. I am a
Love
fan of
that.
that.
Love it.
That's a great thing to have.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, like there's a lot of like different like puzzles and everything throughout the levels, because you have to like the main takeaway through this is like, um, each level will have 3 toads you have to go find, and then once you find all the toads in a specific world, you can fight the boss and all that sort of stuff. But like finding the toads will be through like using doing little different puzzles and everything, finding like specific areas of the level to go to and doing all that sort of stuff. So you're kind of like really exploring all these levels to find like all of the hidden goodies. And like even then there's also like hidden like puzzle pieces you can do to make puzzles, music tracks to play the music and everything. And then like there's mini games you can collect in the levels as well to play outside of the levels,
Mm-hmm.
which they're whatever. That's probably the weakest part of the game,
Right.
especially like the mini games you kind of do when you're going from the after you've collected all the toads and go to a boss. There's like a mini game like, it's a DS game, so we got to use the touchpad and all the DS
Yep.
features, and like that's
Yep.
easily the weakest part of the game because like they're just kind of thrown in there essentially.
They're just there.
Yeah, and don't really play that well, but like the core gameplay itself plays really well. Like I mean, it's a 2D Mario game. You would hope it does, and like yeah, that's what it does. Like you get to not you can smash enemies with your umbrella. You can jump on them. You can eat them. Have the umbrella eat them to get like health and meter and everything. It's like all right. But yeah, again, like I also think it's interesting that like story wise, like the idea of this game is like Bowser just being like, yeah, I'm not gonna get Peach this time. I'm just gonna get the Mario Brothers and be like, I'm good. I don't have to deal with these guys anymore. I got this cool emotional scepter. I'm more powerful now. I got the Mario Brothers and some Teds. Man, I'm cruising. We're good.
Not terrible logic, but obviously Peach is not going to have that.
No, like Peach is away and she comes back to the Mushroom Kingdom and just like
she's like, oh, all right, I guess.
I'm gonna kick this big old dinosaur's butt. And then she gets the umbrella.
Yeah, what's the parasol's name?
Perry.
Perry, okay. He's Parasol. That makes sense.
I do love that every time you go from like one world to the next, like you like camp out and like
you get
there's
a
like
camping scene.
You get like little flashbacks of the umbrella's backstory and everything, but like the umbrella will wake up and then immediately be like, Peach, we gotta go kick some ass, and Peach's like, hell yeah, we do. Let's go.
Perry's our biggest supporter.
Yep. But yeah, like I said earlier, like you're fighting just like enemies that you would have seen in Super Mario World. Like obviously they don't have the Galoombas, but just regular Goombas. But it's like the Koopas, the dinosaurs, like the little dinosaurs that you stomp on, they get small. Yeah. Those dudes are here. Yeah. Just a lot of Mario World enemies are here. And I was like, oh my god, this is a Mario World sequel. I can't believe I'm playing it. This is great. Like all of like the bosses are basically kind of like what you would expect, like giant piranha plant, and like of the like and all that sort of stuff. There's a giant Kamek you gotta fight. Spooky. I do like how you free Luigi first, and she just basically bowls right past Luigi. Like I gotta save Mario now as well.
Get out of the way.
He's like, wah.
Wah.
I'm going to my mansion. But yeah, I was really surprised by this game. Just like, obviously I knew that you were such a big fan of it, so I knew like there's got to be something to this, of course.
Thank you.
But I really was not expecting this to be as modern as it was and like ahead of its time as it was. Which again, I think makes like, they made Princess Peach Showtime. That came out in 2024 and that game was not good. Not good at all. It was just like, what if we made an even like this is basically the complaints they should have like for this game that the people had should have been for Princess Peach Showtime instead, because like this is a much more dumbed down platformer than Super Princess Peach ever even is. Yeah, I agree. It's so annoying. And one thing that I hope I did in my life at one point is whenever I had like moms and grandmas and stuff come into GameStop when I was working there and they were looking for a game for like their little kid. I was like, why don't you try this game? This is fun. Don't get that like Imagine Babies game. You should get this. And sometimes there were some bites. So I'm hoping that maybe I influenced one kid in that to be like, this game rules and I love it. I hope. But also like, otherwise they would have ended up with Imagine Babies. So that's probably not great either. I don't know. I loved this game. I thought it was really, really good. And I've had
super, super positive feelings about it. Uh, for 20 years.
Yeah, 20 heckin'
um,
years.
and it always just makes me so mad when people like are poopy about it. Don't be poopy about it. Just play it and think about like how cool this is. And it's so cute. Like the actual art of it's really, really cute.
Yeah, like it all looks really great and everything. Um, like I said, it plays really well. So like, it's one of those things that I feel like Nintendo got like the feedback from at least like from like the U.S. audience or something or whatever, and just got super scared off by ever making another Peach game until they decided to make Showtime, and that was just not
A
good.
mistake.
Yeah. Like I feel like if you put this game back out
Mm-hmm.
as just like I don't know, put it out on the Switch, like if they ever did like a DS thing for the Switch Online or something, or just re-release it in general or whatever, like I feel like way more people would come to like understand the game and like be like, oh wow, this game's actually like really good, and like wow, it's so ahead of its time and everything. Like, what do you mean people had like such weird feelings about this game in 2006? I mean, obviously it's understandable why people would have weird feelings in 2006 because 2006 was a weird time period,
Yep.
especially with video games. But
Yep.
like, I feel like way more people would be able to come to this game and be like, oh, huh. I think there's something to this here video game.
This here video
This
game.
here video game.
It's got them vibes.
It's got the vibes. This is a 2020s ass video game.
It
It
really
passes
is.
the vibe check. But yeah, it's so weird that they made this and then like we're like, we're good. Like we said, like this was a top 50 selling Nintendo DS game of all time. You know, for a console that did pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And then they just looked at that and we're just like, eh.
Eh.
They had to get really into the new Super Mario Brothers, of course, and implementation of wah wah.
No.
That's what they decided to go with instead of more of this.
Mistakes were made.
Mistakes were made.
Urgh. No wah-wahs for me.
Yeah, just imagine if this game had wah wah.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. No. No wah-wah.
No wah wah.
No
Yeah, we're
wah-wah.
not going to the gas station wah wah.
Nope, we're not.
But yeah, this game was really good. I was very
Yay.
surprised by just how much I enjoyed it. Um, Makes sense why you were championing this game for so many years.
Yeah.
So long.
I feel justified. Now you're
um
also going to champion this game.
yeah.
I have recruited a knight for my army.
And it's a shame that they just don't do more like Peach focused games.
Yeah. And I mean, like, again, this was like creative and interesting, and they don't like to do that much. I don't know. I'm tired of girl boss. Should
I
have.
mean, I guess to be fair, they haven't been making a lot of like just regular ass Mario games lately as well. So,
No, that's true. They haven't. They just totally even missed Mario's anniversary recently. It's like, oops.
I mean, next year if they don't put out a 3D Mario game this year, it'll be 10 years between Odyssey and now or in 2027.
Yep.
Just
Yep.
wild.
Yep. I was thinking about that because 2017 is obviously a big year for me, but um it's like, whew, they gotta speed up that process. I don't know. Let the dudes who made Wonder make a Princess Peach game.
Oh my god, yes. I think that's something we talked about, but yeah, that would be amazing.
Like that would be a really, really good match.
Yes, 100%. Like,
They get
yeah,
the whimsy.
they would be able to implement like so many more fun ideas and like add on to just like the core gameplay of this game with just wild characteristics and like probably like more powers and emotional stuff and everything. It's like it would be so good.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Do it, cowards.
Yeah, that's the dream game that will never be made.
Yeah, I know. Unless we somehow get extremely rich and fund it ourselves.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I think another thing like, as you were mentioning earlier, like the success of the Mario movie and everything like didn't make them or didn't think Nintendo didn't even think of like we could capitalize on this. I mean, obviously we're making this one game, but we have this other game that we could just port
Mm-hmm.
and do that and just like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
We'll just let it die on the DS, I guess.
Yeah.
Tragic.
I mean, the one good thing about this whole situation is that like look, it's very easy to hack a DS or a 3DS.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to play this game, and also like DS emulation is really good as well. So like there are a bajillion ways that you could play this game right now that don't involve Nintendo doing something good.
Um, asterisk. We are not telling you to do illegal things here. Just asterisk for legal reasons. Anyway, continue.
That's all I got.
All right, I just had to do an asterisk to cover our butts. But yeah, playing this game, it rules. I still have my copy, so
Mm-hmm.
I should replay it at some point.
You
But
should. I bet you'd probably even appreciate it even more
mm-hmm.
playing it now as well. Like you'd be like, wow. You'd probably be thinking like I did, like, wow, this is just a modern platformer and that they made in 2005.
I feel so vindicated right now.
Like
Like the Dashboard
the
Confessional
Dashboard
song.
Confessional song from Spider-Man 2, the motion picture.
Exactly. That's probably around the same year, right?
No, Spider-Man 2 is like '04, right?
Well, it's still around the
But
same
yes, you are right. It is around
same
the
era.
same time. Yeah, 2004. But yes, you
Okay.
are right. It is around the same era. That was the mid 2000s. You could have been listening to Vindicated while playing this game.
Entirely possible because it was me and I was a big Dashboard fan. I was a big Dashboard fan.
On like
but
your CD player
yep.
with no skip technology.
Oh, it skipped. It skipped a lot.
That never worked. That never worked.
No,
It was always going to skip.
It was always going to skip. Yeah, I kept one with me, and um, sometimes I would get rides home from school and stuff, having to take the bus and stuff, and I would like plug in my CD player to my friend's car so we could listen to whatever CD I was listening to. It was pretty rad. Pretty rad.
Pretty rad.
Got it. Once again, gonna turn into dust.
Yeah.
What a good game though. I'm
This is a good
really
game.
really glad you liked it. It makes me happy that you liked it.
Good video game, good.
People should play it. Give it a chance.
Or else.
Yeah. I'll beat you up with my emotions. I got lots of them.
And an umbrella.
I do have a pink umbrella, actually. I know that Perry's not pink, but I have a hot pink IKEA umbrella with a metal tip that I will beat people up with if they don't play this game. You don't have to beat it, just play it. But anyway, that's my threat. Yay!
So there you go. That's Super Princess Peach. A 20-year-old video game that, hey, it's still pretty good.
Pretty good.
Still a pretty modern video game.
Way ahead of its time.
Way ahead of its time, for sure. And that's going to do it for us this week. So if you'd like more from us, head on over to seasonalanimeCheckup.com or sac.cool is where you can find past episodes of this podcast and other podcasts like Jared Now Watch. You can also find columns and reviews on the site as well. If you'd like more from Ann Ladium, go to annladium.com. She's got columns and reviews. You can follow us on Blue Sky at seasonalanimeCheckup.com. You can buy our books, One Shiny Moment, Critical Analysis of Love, Life, Sunshine, Hot Tubs, and Pac-Man on Amazon.com. And support us on Patreon, patreon.com/SACOVA. Buy us a slice of pizza, get access to unedited versions of the podcast early. Our monthly exclusive Patreon podcast. We got a new episode of that out.
Mm-hmm.
It was Al's pick of the month for March. And we got to watch some fellas in the Old West do some shooty shoots. Have mustaches.
Huckleberry.
Have some southern accent. Yeehaw.
Have some dogs out.
Have some dogs out for sure. So you can listen to our latest episode of that. We watched Tombstone. What do you want on your tombstone? The pizza, not the movie.
Not dead guys.
Not dead guys. So yeah, we did that, and you can listen to all the previous episodes of that up there on the Patreon as well, along with some other bonus content. It's all great. All well worth your time.
Yee.
Next week, we'll talk about something else. Maybe Life is Strange. We'll probably have finished that by then.
Yeah.
I would assume as much.
And I might be done with the Atome, so we'll see which one happens. But one or the other.
One or the other, or something else. Who knows?
Who knows?